welcome to The Film Show, and on this week's show we're featuring Le Mans 66 and Aeronauts. And if you're a Johnny Depp fan, you're going to love what we have in store for you later on in the show. So stay tuned and don't go anywhere. Next up, one of my favourite films of the festival so far, a film called Aeronauts, directed by Tom Harper, starring Hollywood heartthrob and Academy Award winner Eddie Redmayne as James Glacier, a pioneering meteorologist who's working out how to push the boundaries of meteorology. He's helped by Felicity Jones, who plays Amelia Wren, who's a daredevil balloonist who takes him to the heights way up in the skies. Back in the 1860s, it was impossible to get that high because modern-day aircraft didn't exist. So daredevil balloonist Amelia Wren takes Eddie Redmayne up into the skies. However, disaster hits, and the movie takes its twists and turns all the way from there. The Mayor of London's gala sees a great cast in this movie, and it seeks to understand people who push themselves to the boundaries and even further to find out more about what they can personally achieve themselves in their lives. A film that I love, I know you're going to love it. Aeronauts, coming to you.
So it begins.
Well, we are here in the heart of London's West End again at the London Film Festival. The Aeronauts premieres tonight here in Leicester Square, starring Eddie Redmayne and Felicity Jones. Your character Charlie in this movie?
Well, he's like a shoe shine boy, and he likes balloons and he likes that kind of stuff. So
what was it like working with Eddie and Felicity? Did you enjoy the opportunity to work with the two of them?
Yeah. It's amazing being in a film with them. It's very, very exciting thing, and I love them so much. They're great people and great actors.
Don't you wish to be up there with them?
Some reach for the stars, some push others towards them.
Day one, wasn't there a little bit of a balloon accident that they came crashing down through the trees on day one? As a producer, you must have been, oh my gosh, we've got months to go here.
Yeah, we were so excited because we have this big, giant 80-foot gas balloon filled with helium, putting these two actors up in the air. And I knew that the idea of piloting a gas balloon, you can't really pilot it. It's really based on where the wind blows. And that's the truth. It's like a big giant birthday balloon. So we had Eddie and Felicity in this balloon, and our pilot, who was kind of crouched hiding below. And all of a sudden, a sandbag goes out, the balloon lifts up, and then I hear the pilot say, "Okay, Felicity, that's the rope to pull when you want to let the gas out." And I said, "Whoa, they have to act? They're acting and they're piloting this thing? Wait a second." So the balloon goes up, and yeah, they ended up crashing.
And as a film, again, the great thing with CGI these days and all the computer ways that you can make somebody look like they're flying in a balloon, your movie seems to not cheat the people, the viewers who are out there, because it's incredibly believable that they're actually there on that flight so high up in the clouds.
Yeah, I mean, of course we did some for real and we did some for not that wasn't for real, but all the stuff that we did for real, it hugely informed the stuff that we didn't do for real. So there was always a benchmark to which we can match everything else to ensure we were doing it right. But really it was just about doing everything for real that we could, keeping the actors in the basket, containing them, and just treating it as real as possible.
The critics are already loving what you've created. Are you really proud of what you've delivered?
I mean, I'm thrilled with the movie. It's always, you know, when you're with something for such a long time and it starts it's just a conversation that you have with a friend or a colleague, and then it grows and some more people come on board. So it's to then see it realised and to be able to build your own balloon and to fly it off and to be here with all these amazing people.
I know.
It's a thrill.
Evening, Eddie. How are you?
How are you?
Nice to meet you. I have to firstly say, wonderful performance in the movie. How much did you enjoy playing your character?
You know, everything about this movie, from when I first read the script to getting to play with Felicity again, was just a treat. Yes, I had this extraordinary time making it, and of course, what physically Felicity's character has to go through is so much more extreme than mine. That when we finished filming, I was like, wasn't that wonderful? She was like, no, really hateful and a bit of a nightmare, so it was very busy. Take my hand!
How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Apart from being cold.
Apart from the Arctic temperatures, I'm fine.
So tell us about your character, Mila, who's a bit of a daredevil balloonist. Is there a bit of you in that character you play in the movie? Because apparently you get injured quite a lot in your filming process.
I mean, seemingly so. I don't know what happens to me. I just sort of become this uncontrollable beast when I'm making these films. But yeah, I just end up throwing myself in, so to speak, to my own detriment. Yeah, covered in bruises and completely battered by the end of the shoot, but hey.
You have to take a little bit of a vacation afterwards to kind of let everything all heal and get back together again.
Exactly, to be able to walk again.
And what's it like to work with Eddie, of course, on this movie, somebody I know you know well, and of course you guys seem to have this kind of special, I suppose, link together when you make the movies.
Yeah, with Eddie and I, there's just a huge amount of affection. There's a great friendship, and we see the same things at the same time. I think that's what it is. There's a shorthand, and so we'll be doing a scene and it won't be working, and we'll both go, this doesn't, you know, you can kind of call the other person out on their BS. Yeah, exactly. And so it just makes the whole experience much easier.
Well, there you have it, another movie premiere almost completed. The stars are inside the Odeon Lux Cinema here in Leicester Square, and the last few celebrities and stars are turning up as well. The Aeronauts is a little bit of those special moments in life when a film really touches you in a special way. If you get some time to yourself and get a few moments to check out the Aeronauts, I know you're not going to be disappointed. So the London Film Festival is so much more than the glitter and the red carpet events that we normally see where the celebs and stars walk down to introduce you to their movie for the first time. Here at the Mayfair Hotel is where we get a chance to meet some of the most established directors and producers that the world of cinema has to offer, and upcoming stars of the future. We get to meet them one-on-one and have chats about their movies that they've been so proud of over the last few months as they've made them. So join me inside the Mayfair Hotel to find out more.
Yes, Waiting for the Barbarians is a story about a magistrate in the edge of an empire who has to confront the fact that the peace that he has lived in for many years and the system that he has been a part of is about to change in a very drastic way, and is going to force him to reevaluate who he is, his position. Yes, it's been a great honor to have our films in these prestigious festivals. But my previous films have been screening at the London Film Festival for a few years, and it's a festival that I like very much. So yeah, festivals are a great place for the celebration of cinema, for the appreciation of cinema as an art form. That it's so important to have these spaces where cinema can be celebrated as what it is, an art form and a means of expression, a means of reflection. I think stories are stories, and whether they are coming from me or from someone else or from other place or from other time, for me the important thing is what is the essence of the story, and you as a writer and as a filmmaker, you are in many ways just an instrument. You know, the story is flowing through you. You're not. I don't get the feeling that I'm never discovering anything new, in the sense that I feel stories are out there, and it's just what we do is we channel them and we bring them to the audience, but they are coming from somewhere else. No, I'm always very open to the way people receive the film. I just hope that people get a chance to see it. It's preferably in the cinemas because it was made for the big screen. But yeah, I'm always open to people complimenting the film or enriching the film with their own experience, their own perspective, their own way of looking at it. So I learn a lot from the way different audiences around the world receive every project. So it's a learning process for me, because films have a different way of activating different thoughts in different audiences. So and every spectator is a different person. So I think the film doesn't have a message that can be expressed into words. It's an experience, and it's a complex experience that hopefully will confront you and hopefully will make you think about the world that we have built, the world and how when we look around and we see all these problems in the world, we understand that they are coming from somewhere. They are not just our natural, they are not part of nature. They are a result of the society that we have built, and that takes a lot of, hopefully it leads to reflection in that sense. I think the most difficult thing in the art is to be true and to be honest to yourself. Only the only great things and the only important things are coming from profound places deep inside you. So it's important that you know yourself and you know who you are, and you have strong roots, because those roots will provide the stories that you tell with its depth and with its background and with its profundity. So the most difficult part is to be honest to yourself, and that's the most important thing that you need to do, especially when you're starting out.
Next up here at the Film Festival is a film that I know you're going to love, truly. I've said that probably about most of the films, but this one's something special. The film is called Le Mans 66. Well, here in England it is anyway, and in the United Kingdom that's what it's going to be known as, but the rest of the world will know it as Ford versus Ferrari. Matt Damon and Christian Bale star in this true story adaptation of the Ferrari and Ford battle. Carroll Shelby, played by Matt Damon, is hired by Ford to take on the might of Ferrari in the world dominance. His test driver, played by an ill-tempered Christian Bale, is also wonderfully played in this particular film. James Mangold, the director, from films that you'll know such as Wolverine, Logan, 3:10 to Yuma, and of course with Sylvester Stallone, a film called Copland. It's a film that makes you feel good. It's a buddy movie that drives you to the edge of your seat by the end of it. We're going to be meeting a character called Noah Jupe, and he plays a fabulous character in the movie, but you'll know Noah more from one of the Hollywood blockbusters of recent time called Wonder, the beautiful film that he's featured in. He's also starred in a movie called Suburbicon with Matt Damon already, so he's done wonderful things, and this boy from Islington is going on to great heights. I hope you enjoy Le Mans 66.
Why exactly should Mr. Ford listen to you?
Because we've been thinking wrong. Ferrari. Now they've won 4 out of the last 5 Le Mans. We need to think like Ferrari.
If you like edge-of-the-seat racing films, well, this next film at the 63rd London Film Festival is for you. It's all about the race between Ferrari and Ford, directed by James Mangold and starring Christian Bale and Matt Damon. It's a film that's going to get you on the edge of your seats. Are you ready? Are you steady? Well, let's go.
Who are you here to see tonight?
Katrina Balfe.
What do you love about her?
Oh gosh, she's just this amazing, kind woman. Yeah.
What a great film. I know you've worked with obviously Sylvester Stallone, Hugh Jackman, and of course a
host of other superstars that we know. Obviously, Christian Bale and Matt Damon are known to be big characters in the movie world. How did you find these two in your movie work together?
Easy. They're easy. They're easy. They were like boys driving cars, couldn't be happier. I've also, as I said, known them a long time, so it was really, in every way, a kind of family endeavor. I've known them a long time. They got to work from home because we shot most of it in Los Angeles, And I think they love their characters, and they love the other actors. You know, it's not just Matt and Christian, it's a really marvelous cast from top to bottom.
And I know you had the stuntmen kind of based on top of the car, driving the cars around. Did you ever have in your kind of like getting back to your boyhood feelings, want to get out on those cars and race around the track yourself?
I will tell you, Lee, that if you get in one of those cars, the first thing you feel is, this is bloody uncomfortable. You want to get out. You want to get out. It's like riding in a corrugated metal coffin. You are in all the ideas we have about modern sports cars and the Corinthian leather and the bucket seats with the 19 points of adjustment. None of that exists in those. It's like sitting on a cardboard box.
You're going to build a car to beat Ferrari with a Ford. Correct.
Play Mrs. Molly.
I play Molly Miles. Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your character and how she features in the particular film.
Well, Molly is obviously she's married to Ken. She's the mother to Peter, who is wonderfully played by Noah. But she's, this film is a lot about friendship and teamwork. And you see the teamwork of what it takes for these men to build this race car team, but you also see what teamwork in a marriage is. And Molly's very much the driving force in their home and in their marriage, and keeping Ken in the straight and narrow and encouraging him to follow her dreams. I mean, I think women of that time a lot had to put their own ambitions to one side to kind of, make sure that their husband's ambitions were being fulfilled. And it's an interesting thing to sort of examine. And she's an incredible woman. And I was very lucky enough to meet the real Peter and talk to him about his mom, who was also, I think, a force in nature. So it just was really fun playing her.
The first thing before I came today, my son, who's 11, said to me, he didn't want to know about Matt Damon, he didn't want to know about Christian Bale, he loves you in Wonder, and said, Daddy, please say hello to Noah because he's my favourite actor.
Tell him I say hi,
I will do. How does it feel as a London boy from Islington, being in your hometown, a European premiere of Le Mans 66? Does it feel good?
Really great, yeah, it feels really good. I mean, I've had a couple of premieres here before, but it's really, it's good to have kind of this crazy world that I'm a part of being brought back to my hometown.
You can't just push the car hard the whole way, right?
That's right. You have to be kind to the car. You feel the poor thing groaning underneath you. If you're going to push a piece of machinery to the limit and expect it to hold together, you have to have some sense of where that limit is.
How does it feel to be back and behind the wheel racing cars with some Hollywood legends?
It was amazing. This was a dream job. I've raced at the Le Mans 24 Hours 4 times, and this was the first time I got to almost win it. So, it's a great film. It was amazing working with people like Christian Bale, Matt Damon, and being around, watching what they do, and seeing them get really immersed, and driving the cars, getting really stuck in. So it's been fantastic.
Well, another red carpet almost comes to an end. Katerina, one of the stars of the film, is in the background signing the last few autographs for her fans. We've met a whole host of stars. We've met Ben Collins, also known as the Stig. But for me, one of the stars that I really loved to interview tonight was a young lad called Noah, who is starring as Peter Miles, the son of Ken Miles in this film. From Islington, a London boy, here it is, West End premiere. Fabulous actor and lots of great things ahead for him. But for the moment, enjoy Le Mans 66.
Do you think you can beat Ferrari?
I can try. We're lighter, we're faster. When that don't work, we're nastier. We're gonna make history.
Our latest 2 movies there, of course, Le Mans 66, this action-packed racer movie showing you don't have to be a racing fan to truly enjoy it. And of course, the Aeronauts, Eddie Redmayne and Felicity Jones, giving us an insight to not only their friendship on the screen, but how they work together as well off the screen as well. A fabulous insight there from the guys. And Ciro Guerra, showing how he wasn't fazed at all by working with some true Hollywood legends. If you'd like to know more about The Film Show and maybe get involved, then send us an email to thefilmshow@islamchannel.tv. Until next week, enjoy the movies.
Hello, neighbor.
you want to risk it all?
I want to use what I'm good at.
Would you like to be a part of this history? Yes, I'm available.